Hello everyone and welcome back to Planet 9's Energy News, your one-stop shop for all the latest stories from the electricity market. So let's start by looking at what direction prices moved in the wholesale market last week, shall we? Well, it's safe to say that prices continue to fall, with contracts rising at the beginning of the week before erasing their gains due to falling commodity prices. Summer power contracts averaged falls of 2.7%, with all contracts now below £40 per megawatt hour. Contracts for delivery in the longer term showed smaller movements, with prices out to summer 2020 dropping by 0.7% on average. Falls were largely due to a decline in the underlying commodity prices, and remember, the underlying commodities are oil and gas. In this instance, it was oil that was to thank for the lower prices, as Brent crude oil fell 5.5% to $48.8 a barrel. That's the lowest price since November 2016. Now, the reason for this? Well, although OPEC, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, tried to reduce oversupply, there are widespread concerns that this won't actually work. The oil cartel has curtailed their output since the beginning of this year in an effort to boost global oil prices. It lifted prices a little, but the US shale oil industry responded by ramping up production levels and thus offsetting the cuts made by other producers. This is important for Great Britain because many gas contracts across Europe are linked to the price of oil. So if oil prices rise, then so do gas prices. And as Britain is dependent on international gas imports and gas-fired power stations make up the largest proportion of our electricity mix, lower oil prices ultimately result in lower power prices. In fact, last week, gas-fired generators made up more than 45% of Britain's transmission system electricity mix alone. Turning our attention away from the wholesale market, a recent study by the University of Bath found that many non-domestic buildings in the UK often use twice as much energy and emit twice as much carbon dioxide as the professionals who designed them predicted. Not good news for business owners. The research released on the 2nd of May warned that this so-called performance gap between how much energy a building is predicted to use and how much energy it actually uses is putting the UK's climate goals at risk. Furthermore, these inaccuracies can put increasing amounts of pressure on business energy bills, illustrating the importance of managing energy costs effectively. But you needn't fret too much, as we'll be discussing some interesting energy management solutions in the coming weeks. Well, that's all from me this week, folks. As always, if you've got any questions at all, just give the Planet 9 team a call. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.